There is one front that is very often ignored, at least in Israel, is the humanitarian front, which is part and parcel of Israel's war effort to dismantle Hamas. But at the same time, humanitarian aid could also prolong the war. Now, there used to be one single crossing into the Gaza Strip. The international aid comes from El Arish in the northwest Sinai Peninsula and then used to go to the Nitzana crossing on the Israeli territory to go back to Rafah, an hour drive on the Egyptian Gaza border. But that was with only a capacity of 100 trucks, including water, food, material to build shelters, and also cooking gas, 2 trucks, and 4 trucks of fuel. That's the level until yesterday. Now there is a new crossing, in addition to the Nitzana crossing, the Kerem Shalom crossing. Kerem Shalom is a kibbutz which sits on the triangle of border between Egypt, Israel, and the Gaza Strip. The kibbutz was the site of a massacre on October 7, and the passage between Israel and Gaza was ruined. Now, there is another crossing to Egypt and to Israel at Kerem Shalom, and now this crossing will be open. That will allow to double up the aid that goes into Gaza, and the distance between Kerem Shalom and Rafah on the Egyptian-Gaza border is less than 1 hour. It's shorter. So with inspections by Israel on Israeli territory and with monitoring by UN agencies and also by Israel on Egyptian territory, those trucks now are crossing, and we should expect something like 200 trucks, even possibly more, in the coming days. That, of course, was and is still a dilemma for the Israeli government and for the Israeli military, because aid might prolong the war. Trucks, some of them, are being looted by Hamas or hijacked by Hamas, and for their own purposes at the expense of the non-involved Palestinian population. And thus, that allows Hamas to refurbish itself. And the Palestinian population might have less humanitarian aid as a result. But there are chaotic scenes as a result of humanitarian aid, because the UN trucks, the UN claims not all the roads to the shelters where the trucks can distribute the aid are protected. And the Israeli army is retorting that it does everything it can to allow the safe passages of truck, and that the UN must reorganize itself to integrate the volume of aid that has started today. In addition, there are 2 humanitarian access for the Palestinian population. They're open 6 hours daily, and that for a long time, in order for the Palestinians that are not involved but are trapped into the battleground to move to a safe haven that has been dedicated by the IDF between Rafah and Khan Younis on the shores of the Mediterranean in an area called Al Muasi.